So this is Mr. Too Easy, Don Brown, and I'm here to speak about my life before the military, during the military, and after the military. Army combat veteran, 16 years, traveled to many countries. Done 4 tours to combat situations and combat zones. So I here talk about PTSD, combat PTSD, depression, TBI, anxiety, survivor's guilt, hyper vigilance, and things like that. Now, I don't speak for all veterans, but hopefully something I say can give you some insight on how your warrior or veteran is doing. So that way you can find a solution to kind of give some assistance. So let's get right into it. So let me read a couple announcements right here. So we have Post 373 American Legion Baseball. Greencastle Post 373 American Legion is having signups for any player born on or after January 1, 2001. Signups will be at the American Legion on March the 28th and April the 11th, 2020, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The season goes from May 25th to July 15th, 2020. For further information, you can't make signups. Contact Ray Stahl by text or call 717-977-08. I'm sorry, let me go back. Text or call 717-977-8049 or email at stallri@hotmail.com. And that's spelled STULLRI@hotmail.com. Sorry about that. So that's for Greencastle American Legion Post 373 for their baseball league and their signups. And of course, if you're looking for a new used vehicle, go right there on Molly Pitcher Highway. 6088 Molly Pitcher Highway at Mayhem Auto Sales Brokers. They have some great vehicles out there. So definitely go out there. They have trucks, they have Jeeps, they have cars, they have vans, whatever you need, they have it. If it has wheels, they're selling it and they can find it. So definitely stop by there, give them a call. So let me get right into it. So there's a few things I'm going to talk about, and hopefully I don't get too off topic and too long-winded. So of course, the 22 a day, I had a battle buddy take his life on Wednesday night, so I found out Thursday morning. So my heart definitely goes out to him and his family. And then talk about the coronavirus. I'm not a doctor. I'm not no person that knows viruses or anything like that. But I just give my opinion, and hopefully we can come together and figure out what's going on. So one, we'll talk about my friend that took his life, and other veterans that have taken their life, and I can speak on some of that because I attempted to do the same thing in 2006. So I have some personal experience, and then also taking classes for research and how to pass the word to my fellow veterans and warriors. So one, the reason it really touches home for me is because one, I really knew this guy, like really knew him. And we hung out for the past, I want to say 6 years, doing bass tournaments together. And it's about 8 of us that's in a messenger group on Facebook, and we message, every couple days, every 2 or 3 days, see how everybody's doing. And we try to hang out at least in person 3 times a year, if not more, because we range from Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, and New York and Jersey. So it's all the upper parts of the United States on the East Coast. And we try to find a happy medium to drive up, and, we all support one another. So, when you have a personal relationship with a fellow veteran or warrior, it's kind of difficult to accept when he or she decides to take their life. And and it's not just with this one person. It's happened all over. And I've known a lot of people personally that have done this. I've known some people that haven't done it. Not knowing them personally, that have done it. But it still hits home because sometimes you always, at least me, I wonder, what if I could have done more to prevent this? And, after talking to, some other battle buddies and talking to my treatment team, at the end of the day, you can, as a person, you can reach out as often as you want to. The person has to reach back. And this is where survivor's guilt come in at. Because at the end of the day, I can speak to 100 people, 1,000,000 people, and they can say, you know what, Mr. Too Easy, it's nothing you could have done. In the back of my mind, I'm still thinking there's something I could have done. Maybe I could have drove 3 hours to go see him. Maybe I could have texted him the day before or something like that. But at the end of the day, I do understand. Now, I don't realize it, but I do understand that it takes the other person to reach back to you. Now, I know I've been in situations where, I got a battle buddy that called me up, hey, how you doing? And I know I'm doing terrible. And I'm like, no, I'm good. So if I know I do it, I can understand that someone else does it. It's hard for me to accept, but I do understand it. And it's just hard sometimes. It really is. It really is hard. And, I have some Marine battle buddies, March? Just in February, did the same thing, took his life. And one of my Marine battle buddies, that I'm real close with, contacted me and told me, and I know the person. I'm like, damn. And, of course, he went out on social media and said how he felt, because he thought he's not saying the veteran, the warrior, was selfish. He's just saying how he felt when the person didn't reach back to him, which I can totally understand, especially when you leave behind children, a spouse, stuff like that, because statistics shows the child always think it's their fault when it really isn't. But we have to educate ourselves and educate others, and especially our family members, and let them know, if and when this does happen, we have to explain to the children, it is not their fault. It's nothing they could have done or couldn't have done. It's just what the person decided at the time. I don't put a label and say, oh, this person was selfish, because you never know what goes to that person's mind. I know for me, there was a lot going on. It felt like the world is coming down around me. I was being groomed for Soldier of the Year, so I was going in front of the board. I had all these books to study. I still had my regular stuff to do while I was on active duty. Then I just had a newborn. It was a lot going on, and it just seemed like it was just too much. So, everybody is totally different, And then, of course, the flashbacks played a part in it. The loneliness played a part in it. And I had people constantly asking me, hey, man, are you okay? You okay? You seem a little stressed. I'm like, no, I'm good. Because I did not want them to know that I wasn't 100%. And this is while I was on active duty. I was still on active duty. And this was after my second tour. So it was just like, I'm going to be the strong person. I'm going to do what I have to do. And sometimes, I've learned that being strong is admitting that you need help. In my opinion, everybody needs help some kind of way, shape, or form, no matter who you are. You can be the richest person in the world. You can be the poorest person in the world. Everybody needs help. So I definitely encourage all my family, friends, battle buddies, anybody, use the crisis hotline. Call the number. Call 911. Call 411. Dial the operator. They will get you to the right personnel. It's this day and age is just, there's so many things going on, and not enough people are taking the time to either really show compassion, really show that they're human, or they're just too busy in the hustle and bustle. But sometimes we have to step back and say, you know what? Let me call my friend. I haven't talked to him in 15, 20 years. Let me see what he's up to. Let me send him a text message. Let me send him a post on Facebook. Let me do something, hit him up on TikTok, Instagram, all that other stuff. I don't know, how you communicate to people. Send him a postcard, a letter, send him a funny meme or something, he or she. But it's just, we have to get back to that. And I don't know what happened that we veered from it. And then the second is the coronavirus. Hey, me personally, I'm a combat veteran, 16 years. I've been inoculated with, anthrax, smallpox, Ebola, typhoid, all that stuff. So, and I drank out of a water hose as a child and played in the creek, so ate dirt. So I'm sure Hopefully I won't get taken up by the coronavirus, but I'm a different type of person. My beliefs is if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I'll give you an example of how it was explained to me. And it can be touching, it can be cruel, it can be whatever you want it to be. But I know when my brother passed away in the Marine Corps, I forgot the name of the people that they come in contact, the family. But they basically said he was where he wanted to be, where he needed to be, and who he needed to be around at the time. At the end of the day, you can't be upset at that. Because I was on active duty in the Army, and if I passed away in the line of duty, yes, I was exactly where I wanted to be, around the people that I wanted to be around, and it just happened. It's, when the good Lord calls you home. But it is sad, but at the end of the day, it's the truth. And, everybody takes it differently. I'm not saying, be more open. I'm just saying it's just the facts of the matter. And it's the main script of basically all branches. The Marine Corps said that. I know some Army guys said that too as well. The grief council, that's who it is, the grief people that come to your door and let you know, present you with a letter and all that stuff. But it's just guys and girls out there, we already know it's flu season. Flu season is not over, to the end of April? If we already been wiping countertops down with Lysol and bleach, already been using the hand sanitizer, the antimicrobial foam, the antibacterial foam, or the soap, why stop? If we've been doing this for years and years, just keep doing it. If the coronavirus is just like the flu, treat it as you would do if it's flu season. And guess what? It is flu season. I'm glad that they're making the proper preparations. Some states, they're deciding to do a form of like martial law, calling the National Guard in. Luckily, Pennsylvania hasn't done that. I know our tests are free for the coronavirus because I saw the was it PEMA, Pennsylvania Emergency Agency, put it out last week or a week before, that the tests are free. So that's one thing we don't have to worry about. But I know some states are saying that they have to pay for it or something. I don't know, but I just know they announced in Pennsylvania the test is free. But at the end of the day, definitely do your research. I have asked a bunch of people, why are we buying so much toilet paper? I don't understand. But I hate to laugh. No, I don't hate to laugh. It is funny to me. Because my family, we buy in bulk anyway. We go to BJ's, so we have enough toilet paper to last, I would say, another 3 months or so. So toilet paper, paper towels, dish detergent, laundry detergent, and little fabric softener, little beads and stuff. So it's just what we do as a regular. We have a deep freezer, so we have plenty of meat. So when I saw this stuff on social media, and then I actually went to some of the Walmarts. Now, luckily, the Walmarts that's around, between Chambersburg and Greencastle, Shippensburg, and Carlisle, the shelves aren't too bare, actually. So in my mind, and you can take this how you want to, but I take it as a joke. In my mind, obviously, we're clean. Because when I see some of these other cities, and they have no hand sanitizer, no toilet paper, no, I don't know, other soaps, it's like, you do realize they had this all before the coronavirus and before flu season. So you mean to tell me you never purchased this before? So it's kind of funny to me. So I just make it as a joke and be like, well, maybe they weren't clean, but I know in this state we're pretty clean because our shelves aren't bare like those other shelves are, and people aren't fighting over toilet paper, for God's sake. Hey, go to Lowe's and get a bidet for 99 bucks. It's just like a toilet seat that squirts, and it takes you 10 minutes to install. I have one, so trust me, I know. Or guess what? 9 times out of 10, your toilet is right by the shower, close within 2-3 feet. So guess what? Go buy you one of them sprayers, hook to your shower. That's $15. You can get it from Dollar General and Family Dollar. So hey, boom, that's an easy fix too. Just saying. But I've posted on social media that I'm buy up all the plungers, so that way when people have clogged toilets, they can buy a plunger from me for $10. But that's just a joke. But hey, there's one food for thought. You figure there's no school in right now. Some jobs are working from home. And you can't congregate more than 250 people. So does that mean I should invest into Pampers and baby formula? In 9 months we shall see. It's gonna be a lot of newborn babies out there. I'm just saying. So and that's pretty funny too. But all jokes aside, guys, just wipe down, clean, wash your hands, just like you do on a regular basis, And we all do it, You come into wherever you're going to, wipe the counter off. We have wipes in here. I wipe the headphones off, wipe the counter and the mouse off. Guess what? It's fine. It's just what we already do. That's why it's here. No one has to say, hey, when you come in the studio, wipe the surfaces down before and after. The stuff is there. So obviously that's what it's there for. Everybody just use common sense. That's all. Just use common sense. It's wonderful, I tell you. But as my grandmother used to say, common sense not too common. So, but definitely, just use common sense. And me, as a combat veteran, I make jokes about a lot of stuff because at the end of the day, when it's your time, it's your time. I can walk across the street to, I don't know, we have a Walgreens and get sideswiped by a car, motorcycle, or anything, or bird come out and fall, hit me in the head, and I fall out. It's just what happens. It's, to me, that's life. And that's how I see it. I don't speak for everybody, but that's just how I see it. So, just enjoy life. So, it's just wonderful. I've been all over God's green earth. And as, me and my battle buddies, when we get together, especially when we talk about not silly stuff, but a serious case like this, the first thing we say, look, we've been to Iraq and Afghanistan and we made it back. We're not going to be taken up by no daggone coronavirus. So that's when we just pop a beer and say, hey, you know what, let's drink another beer. But I don't condone underage drinking. Drink responsibly, da-da-da-da-da. That's my safety brief. But at the end of the day, just be smart, guys. And I'm going to play